So I thought of a better solution for the wall problem. In this problem, you're given a wall. The whole wall has two parts, a brick part and a stone part. And I started thinking a little bit more about the information we're given. So we have three areas here. I have the area of the whole wall, and of course area, these are all rectangles, so area of the whole wall is equal to the height of the whole wall times the width of the whole wall. The area of the brick wall is equal to the height of the brick wall times the width of the brick wall. And the area of the stone wall is equal to the height of that stone wall times the width of that stone wall. Now, they tell me outright the whole area of the area of the whole wall is 23 3/8 square feet. They do not tell me the height and the width of the whole wall, but they do tell me the area. And when I look at the diagram again, I'm given the width of the stone wall, so I'm also given the width of the brick wall, which means I'm also given the width of the whole wall. So I do have the width of this whole wall. I do have the whole wall. For the brick wall, I'm asked, this whole question is about the height of the brick wall, but I do know the width. This is where my question mark is. That's a question mark. And for the area of the stone wall, I'm not given the area, but I am given the height of that stone wall as, what was it, 1.5? Well, no, 1/2, I think. 1/2 feet. And I'm given the width of the stone wall as 8.5 feet. So there's two ways that I could go about this problem, and the second way, the way I'm about to show now, I think is the better way. I know the height of the whole wall, and I know the area of the whole wall, and so I know the width of the whole wall, and I know the area of the whole wall. And so I'm going to start by looking to find the height of the whole wall, because I'm given this height in my diagram, and if I can find or figure out this height, then I can just subtract the two. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do a area of the whole wall, WW for whole wall, is calculated by the height of the whole wall times the width of the whole wall. So experience has taught me that I can find the height of the whole wall. The height of the whole wall is calculated by the area of the whole wall divided by the width of the whole wall. Keeping my equal signs lined up. The area of that whole wall is 23 3/8 square feet. And the width of that whole wall was 8.5 feet. I just got that information from the diagram. So I'm going to come over here and do a side calculation. Where would I do my side calculation? On the side. How will I write my side calculation? Neatly. I need to divide. These are mixed numbers. I'm going to convert my mixed numbers into improper fractions. 23 whole units, I'm going to convert them into eighths. So I need to multiply my wholes by eighths. 23 times 8, 24, 16, 8 times 2 is 6. Yeah, 184. All right, so 184. So 23 whole units is the same thing as 184 eighths. 184 eighths plus the 3 eighths that I already had. So give me 187 eighths. Here I'm converting to improper fractions. 8 whole units will give me 16 halves. 16 halves plus the 1 half I already had give me 17 halves. So 23 3/8 square feet. I converted that, and it's going to. Instead, I'm going to write 187 eighths. Square feet. And instead of writing 8 1/2, I'm going to write 17 halves. I converted these mixed numbers to improper fractions. I'm dividing fractions, so I'm going to keep the first fraction. I'm going to change, I'm going to keep the first fraction. I'm going to change division into multiplication. And I'm going to flip the second fraction to 17ths. Before I multiply these fractions and make the numbers even bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm going to simplify where I can. I happen to know that 2 eighths will simplify to 1. I'm sorry. I can see that 2 eighths, if I divide both of these by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, I do happen to know my 17s times tables, a few of them oddly enough. If I can get this lid off. Okay, I have to know a few of my 17s. But I see that 187 is clearly greater than 17 times 10. And 17 times 11 will be 187. And so this will reduce. 17 divided by 17 is 1. 187 divided by 17 is 11. So I have 11 fourths times 1 whole unit, which is 11 fourths. So the height, I was solving for the height of the whole wall. The height of the whole wall, square feet divided among feet will give me feet. My units check out, and my calculation checks out. The height of the wall is 11 fourths, or 4, 8, 12, so, or 2 3/4 feet. So, the height of the whole wall, I need another color. This whole height, the stone part and the brick wall together, have a height of 2 3/4 feet. So I know the height of the whole wall, and in my diagram, they give me the height of the stone wall. That was, what was it, 1/2? Now, I'm going to come over to this section. The height of the whole wall minus the height of the stone wall will calculate for me the height of the brick wall. What was the height of the whole wall? 2 3/4 feet minus, I hope I'm getting this correct, the numbers. I'm confident in the math. I just need to make sure I have the correct number. Yeah. Give me the height of the brick wall. I cannot subtract halves from fourths. I'm going to do a little side calculation here and convert my 1/2 using Shifu. One half times 2 whole units. I'm sorry, it's about times 2 halves gives me 2/4. So 2 3/4 feet minus 2/4 feet. It's the height of the brick wall. 2 whole units minus 0 whole units is 2 whole units. 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4 foot. That's the height of the brick wall.